The students, yesterday stopped at where the author went to Galsworthy brothers unknowingly or unaware of the fact that he was wearing a pair of boots bought somewhere else. It was made by a famous firm, and looking at these boots, Galsworthy brother was shocked. He was sad. And then there is a conversation between these two wherein Galsworthy brothers explain or describe their difficulties because of the growth of new firms and their losing business. We shall take off from there. Page number 29, third paragraph. Second paragraph we closed saying, and I was not able conscientiously to go to him for nearly 2 years. When at last I went, I was surprised to find that outside one of the 2 little windows of his shop, another name was painted, also that of a bootmaker, making, of course, for the royal family. So this time when he went there, after some time, after getting the boots, a few pairs of boots he bought and went home. After that he went there again only after some time. And he was surprised to find that outside one of the 2 little windows of his shop, another name was painted. Also that of a bootmaker. Another bootmaker's name was painted. That means a part of the shop has been taken over by somebody else. And there it was written, making, of course, for the royal family. You remember in the beginning we were told that only Galsworthy brothers' shop had a board which said nothing more than the name, Galsworthy brothers, that's all. Whereas others used to add something more, and here the new shop which is opened just now, they had something added. What did they add? Making boots for the royal family. The old familiar boots, no longer in dignified isolation, were huddled in the single window. So now they lost one window because 2 rooms were made into one. So one room is lost now. A new shop has started. As a result, all the shoes which were kept on 2 windows were packed and huddled together at one window. Huddled means crowded or gathered or heaped together. They were all heaped together on one window. Inside, the now contracted wall of the one little shop was more scented and darker than ever. So as a result of losing one room, everything was dumped in one room. And the well, the open area had become shorter or less. And as a result, the darkness also increased. The scent, the smell and darkness both were on the increase. And it was longer than usual too before a face peered down and the tip-top of the bast slippers began. So earlier when somebody walked into his shop, Galsworthy brothers' shop, a face will appear after some time. You'll hear the tip-top sound of the bast slippers after some time. Now, after this he lost one shop, one room, and the shop had become smaller. It took longer time for the Galsworthy brothers to appear. And it was longer than usual too before a face peered down and the tip-top of the bast slippers began. At last he stood before me and gazing through those rusty iron spectacles said, "Mister, isn't it?" So when he saw The author coming, maybe he has forgotten the name or trying to recollect, he said, Mr. Isn't it? Mr. Gessler, I stammered. What is the meaning of stammer? Stammer is to speak with sudden pauses or break. Sudden pauses and keep repeating certain words. Stammering. Those who have stammering, difficulty in speaking. So, they speak with sudden pauses. Mr. Gessler, I stammered. But your boots are really too good, See, these are quite decent still. Immediately I changed the topic. And I said, see, your boots are excellent. They are still okay. You look at them. So, and I stretched out to him my foot. He looked at it. So I just stretched out my leg to him and he looked at it. Yes, he said, people do not want good boots, it seems. So it's German English. What he wanted to say is, people do not want good boots, it seems. They don't want good boots. They are not interested. They are interested in something else. To get away from his reproachful eyes and voice, I hastily remarked, what have you done to your shop? Reproachful, expressing blame or criticism. Reproachful is expressing blame or criticism. So to get away from his reproachful eyes, his eyes which were expressing kind of blaming, he was blaming people for not liking the boots. To escape his eyes and voice, I hastily remarked, what have you done to your shop? You remember in the beginning, we are told that the room was, two rooms were made into one. Now one room was missing. Somebody else has started a shop. So he asked him, what happened to your shop? He answered quietly, it was too expensive. Do you want some boots? Why? What happened? It was too expensive. It was too expensive for Gessler brothers to have 2 rooms. So they have vacated one. Do you want some boots? I ordered 3 pairs, though I had only wanted 2 and quickly left. So I ordered 3. Actually I want only 2. Why? Because Gessler brothers seem to be very reproachful, complaining that people are not interested in boots, they are not buying quality boots. So I bought 3. I do not know quite what feeling of being part in his mind of a conspiracy against him, or not perhaps so much against him as against his idea of boot. So I do not know quite what feeling of being part in his mind of a conspiracy against him. I felt somehow in his mind an idea has developed. Someone is conspiring against him. Conspiracy. Conspiracy is a plot to harm. A plot to harm somebody. Somebody has made an agreement to harm somebody. It seems that Gessler brothers' mind, something of that has emerged, that somebody is planning to harm him. Then the author says, no, not him, maybe, may not be him, but against his ideas of boot. Gessler brothers' ideas about boot, that they should be qualitative, they should be made with the finest leather, they should be made personally with his own or their own hands, and if there is a serious mistake, it will be taken back and repaired and given back. If not possible, they will replace the money, give back the money. So this were Gessler brothers' idea of boots. So somebody is planning against their idea of boots. Who are they? It should be the big firms. One does not, I suppose, care to feel like that for it was again many months before my next visit to his shop paid. I remember with the feeling, oh well, I can't leave the old boy. So here goes, perhaps it will be his elder brother. So now he visited the shop again. And he thinks that the one who is at the shop is the elder brother, not the younger one. It was the younger brother who had made a complaint against people who are not buying good boots. For his elder brother, I knew, had not character enough to reproach me even dumbly. Why I was happy? When I saw Galsworthy brothers and I expected that it is the elder brother who is at the shop, not the younger one. Because the younger one was reproachful, expressing blame and criticism. Whereas the elder brother never had such attitude towards me, and not even dumbly, D-U-M-B-L-Y, dumbly, B is silent, not even dumbly. Dumbly means not even silently. He never criticized me or reproached me openly, not even silently he reproached me. Therefore, he was happy to have the elder brother at the shop that day. And to my relief, in the shop there did appear to be his elder brother handing a piece of leather. As he expected, he wanted elder brother to be there, and he was so happy to see elder brother when he reached there. And he was holding a piece of leather in his hand. Well, Mr. Galsworthy, I said, how are you? I just inquired about his health. He came close and peered at me. So the elder brother came and very closely peered. Peered means have a close look. When somebody is not able to distinguish or recognize somebody, you peer. Have a close look. I am pretty well. I am pretty well. Pretty well means pretty well. P-R-E-T-T-Y. Quite well. I am pretty well means pretty well, he said slowly. But my elder brother is dead. But my elder brother is dead. What a shocking news. The other wished to have the elder brother in the shop so that he will not be reproachful. And when he saw the younger brother, he thought he is the elder brother himself. But suddenly he says that my elder brother is no more, he is dead. And I saw that it was indeed himself, but how aged and worn. And never before had I heard him mention his brother. Much shocked, I murmured, oh, I am sorry. So he was shocked to see younger brother looking like elder brother. He had grown very old. He looked very weak. And this was for the first time younger brother making a mention of elder brother. Elder brother used to speak about younger brother. When he asked for something, he will say, I will ask my brother. But younger brother never made a mention of his elder brother. It's first time younger brother speaking about the elder brother. And I said, oh, I am sorry. Yes, he answered, he was a good man. He made a good boot, but he is dead. That is a comment of a younger brother about elder brother. He was a good man. He made good boots, but he is dead. And he touched the top of his head where the hair had suddenly gone as thin as it had been on that of his poor brother, to indicate, I suppose, the cause of death. Then he pointed his fingers to his head where his hair had become very thin. And elder brother's hairs also had become thin like that before his death. Maybe to indicate, this is how my elder brother died, and I also may not last long. It's a kind of indication. He could not get over losing the order shop. he could not get over losing the other shop. Do you want any boots? And he held up the leather in his hand. It's a beautiful piece. So that's what the younger brother said. He could not get over losing the other shop. Other shop means the other shop. As we have seen, 2 rooms made into one shop. 1 room is lost now. So he could not stand that. He loved having 2 rooms. When he lost 1 room, elder brother could not stand it. That was immediate cause for his death. Do you want any boots? And he held up the leather in his hand. It's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece, he said. I ordered several pairs. It was very long before they came, but they were better than ever. One simply could not wear them out. And soon after that, I went abroad. To wear out means to damage. To wear out means to make something or to get something damaged, spoiled, or because of overuse or continuous use. When you keep on using, there will be tear and wear. For example, the vehicles will have tear and wear. So I ordered several pairs. It was very long before they came. They came a bit late, but when they came, they were the best ones. One simply could not wear them out, means I kept on using, but they did not get damaged. It was always fresh. And soon after that, I went abroad. Immediately after that, I got a chance to go abroad and I went. And the first shop it was over a year before I was again in London. It was over a year again, I was again in London. So for 1 year I was away. Then I came back. And the first shop I went to was my old friends. I had left a man of 60. I came back to one of 75, pinched and worn and tremulous, who genuinely this time did not at first know me. See, the author left and came back after 1 year. It was over a year before I was again in London. Then he goes to a shop. And the first shop I went to was my old friends. I had left a man of 60. I came back to one of 75. That means Gessler brother, younger brother, looked now 15 years older than he had seen him a year ago. He came back in within 1 year. Within 1 year, Gessler brother had grown very old. So old that he looked 15 years older than what he was a year ago. Pinched and worn and tremulous. I have given the meaning here. Pinched, worn and tremulous means signs of old age. These are signs of old age. Pinched means pressed, skin getting pressed, becoming wrinkles. Worn, damaged. And tremulous is shivering, shaking. Hands and legs shaking, body shaking. So, skin is getting pinched, getting pressed, getting wrinkles, and worn out, damaged, and tremulous, body shaking. These are all signs of old age. The younger Gessler brother had grown suddenly very old, who genuinely this time did not at first know me. Earlier at least he had some knowledge of me. You are saying Mr. So-and-so. He could not get the name, but he knew. But this time he did not know him at all. Within 1 year, all the memories had gone away because of his growing old. Oh, Mr. Gessler, I said, sick at heart, how splendid your boots are. See, I have been wearing this pair nearly all the time I have been abroad, and they are not half worn out, are they? Then he said, suddenly I said, I was feeling so bad that he had grown so old. Then I told him, your boots are excellent. I have been using it every day, continuously using. And in spite of that, it's not worn out. Still they are quite fresh. What do you say, aren't they? He looked long at my boots, a pair of Russia leather, and his face seemed to regain steadiness. Steadiness is a kind of consistency, free of variation. So far he was not able to think properly. Now he is able to organize his thoughts. When he looked at the leather, he was able to recall the past. Putting his hand on my instep, he said, "Today will you hear? I'd traveled with that bear, I remember." So when he looked at the shoe, looked at the boot, he was able to recollect the past. And what did he do? Putting his hand on my instep. Instep is the arched part of the top of the foot, between the toe and the ankle. You have the toe and the angle of your foot. So the part between these two, the arched part. You know this word. So it's the arched part of the foot. This part is called, the arched part is called instep. So putting his hand there, he said, "Do they bid you here? Do they fit you here? Do they fit you here? I had trouble with that pair, I remember." You remember previously he went to him saying that one boot was creaking. So he remembered that. He asked, "Did they fit you here?" I assured him that they had fitted beautifully. "Do you want any boots? Do you want some boots?" He said, "I can make them quickly. It's a slack dime." It's a slack dime means it is a slack time. What is a slack time? Slack time is when the business is down. Period of inactivity. Slack is a period of inactivity. Corona days. Because of Corona, not much business is being done. There is a lot of inactivity. So that is a slack time. So not much business, therefore I can make boots very fast. If you want, please order. I answered, please, I want boots all round, every kind. So he ordered for many pairs of boots. "I will make a brush model." He said, "I will make a brush," means fresh model. He wanted to give present a new model to this author, the customer. "Your foot must be bigger." Your foot means your foot. Your foot must be bigger, because he thinks that so many years have passed, but actually only 1 year over, but even 1 year sometimes your foot can grow. "So your foot must be bigger." And with utter slowness, he traced round my foot and felt my toes, only once looking up to say, "Did I tell you my brother was dead?" So he was taking the measurement. You remember last time, the ceremonious way of taking measurement. This time he was not that ceremonious. He was only just touching and feeling his toe and the foot. Meanwhile, just once he looked up and he asked, "Did I tell you that my brother was dead?" To watch him was painful, so feeble had he grown. I was glad to get away. I didn't want to spend much time there because it was a pitiable condition. He looked very miserable, very painful, very feeble, and very feeble he had grown. Very weak, very thin. I had given those boots up when one evening they came, this time the order was placed but the boots came late. So I had given them up, means abandoned. I had left the area. I had forgotten about the boots, that I had ordered the boots, I had forgotten. Then it came one evening. Opening the parcel, I set the 4 pairs out in a row. This time he had ordered 4 pairs. He took them out, all of them, and kept them in a row, in a line. Then one by one I tried them on. There was no doubt about it. In shape and fit, in finish and quality of leather, they were the best he had ever made me. He had said that he'll make fine boots for him, and he kept up his word. There is no doubt about it. In shape and fit, it was of correct shape, proper shape, quite fitting, excellent finishing, and superb quality of leather. Everything was excellent. They were the best he had ever made me. The Gessler brothers had made so many shoes for him, but these were the best ones. And in the mouth of one of the town walking boots, I found his bill. Mouth is the opening where you put the leg inside the boot. So, mouth of the boot. And in the mouth of one of the town walking boots, I found his bill. The bill of the payment amount to be paid to Gessler brother. The amount was the same as usual, but he gave me quite a shock. So, the amount hasn't been changed. 1 year has passed. The prices of many things must have changed. And the best quality thing was provided. In spite of that, the price did not go up. That is the quality of Gessler brothers. The amount was the same as usual, but it gave me quite a shock. He had never before sent it in till quarter day. I flew downstairs and wrote a check and posted it at once with my own hand. What happened? The amount was the same as usual, but it gave me quite a shock. He had never before sent it in till quarter day. Till quarter day means a day has got 4 parts. Quarter, half, then third quarter and full. So he sent boots so early they were sent. That means most probably must be in need of money. So I flew downstairs very fast. I went down and wrote a check and posted it at once with my own hand. A week later, passing the little street, I thought I would go in and tell him how splendidly the new boots fitted. So after a week, he happened to go down that side. Just wanted to say hello to him and tell Gessler brother, the younger brother, that the boots were excellent and they were quite fitting. But when I came to where his shop had been, his name was gone. Gessler brothers. The nameplate was not there. Still there in the window were the slim pumps, the patent leathers with cloth tops, the sooty riding boots. So that the things were there, pumps, that particular kind of boots, they were there. The patent leathers with cloth tops, specialty of Gessler brothers, that was there. The sooty riding boots, the black or brownish boots used for riding, they were all there at the window. Everything was there, but his nameplate was not there. The shop name was not there. I went in very much disturbed. In the 2 little shops, again made into one, was a young man with an English face. So the shop was been again modified. Now the 2 rooms were brought together made into one shop, just like in the beginning days of Gessler brothers. Mr. Gessler in I said, is Gessler inside? Is he available? He gave me a strange, ingratiating look. The man who was at the shop, he gave a strange, ingratiating look. Ingratiating look is a look expressing a desire to gain favor. A look expressing to desire to gain favor, expecting that something good will come, yes, expectantly. You can say ingratiating means expectant look. No, sir, he said, no, but we can attend to anything with pleasure. We have taken the shop over. You have seen our name, no doubt, next door. We make for some very good people. So what did this man? This man was expecting something, some order from the man, that he would buy some goods. So what did he say? He said, "Is Gessler brother in?" No, sir. But we can attend to anything with pleasure, with great pleasure, great joy. We will attend to your need. Please tell us what you need. We have taken the shop over. Take over means take control of, or transfer the ownership. The ownership has been transferred to us. That is, we bought this shop. You have seen our name, no doubt, next door. We make for some very good people. I see our shop name is there, the next portion. You must have seen it. We make shoes for great people, you know. Yes, I said, but Mr. Gessler? Oh, he answered, dead. So he said, very fine, you make boots for great people, you will give me whatever I want, it's fine. Where is Mr. Gessler? Then he said, he is no more, he is dead. Dead? But I only received these boots from him last Wednesday week. Just last week only I got the boots from him. How is it possible that he is no more? He said, a shocking go. It was a shocking go. His death was a shocking one. Poor old man starved himself. Starve himself means, what's the meaning of starvation? Not having sufficient food. Die as a result of not eating sufficient. Sufficiently not eaten and taken in liquid. As a result, you become starved and you die. Good God! Then the other man went on. Slow starvation, the doctor called it. You see, he went to work in such a way, would keep the shop on, wouldn't have a soul touch his boots except himself. When he got an order, it took him such a time. People won't wait. He lost everybody. And there he would sit going on and on. I will say that for him, not a man in London made a better boot. But look at the competition. He never advertised. Would have the best leather too and do it all himself. Well, there it is. What could you expect with his ideas? But starvation. So he gave a very beautiful explanation of what is starvation, death. And how did Mr. Gessler end his life? Slow starvation, the doctor said. It is not suddenly he became without food and drink and died. No, it's a slow starvation. For days, weeks and months together, he was eating very, very little. And his daily routine was such, he became weaker and weaker. You see, he went to work in such a way. It was because of the timetable or the dedication of the work. Would keep the shop on, wouldn't have a soul touch his boots except himself. He had no helper. His elder brother had died and he was left alone. He wouldn't get anybody to help him. He wanted to do everything by himself alone. When he got an order, it took him such a time. As a result, he was taking more and more time to finish the boots. People won't wait. This is a fast-moving world. After the Industrial Revolution, people have become very busy. They want to save time. Time is money. So they don't want to wait long to get an order fulfilled. They want to immediately pick up something and walk. He lost everybody. As a result, they could not wait long. So as a result, he lost a lot of people. And there he would sit going on and on. I will say that for him. So he went on working, went on and on, hard working, trying to finish the order what he got. And I have something very good to say about him. What is it? Not a man in London made a better boot. The whole of London. You know, London is such a big place. There are many people who are making boots. But not a man better than him. He was the best. But look at the competition. Competition from the companies, from the firms. He never advertised. If you don't advertise, then how will you get customers? The customers will go down. Would have the best leather too. And he used the best leather. All of us know. You and me, all of us know that. And do it all himself. He wouldn't allow others to do it. Well, there it is. What could you expect with his ideas? These were his ideas. All that we have seen. That order should be taken. He has to do himself. Till he finishes the work, he will not stop doing it. He has to use the best leather. He himself has to do everything. These were his ideas of boots. So, what else he can expect? A starvation death. As a result, he was not eating sufficiently, not resting sufficiently, and slowly he died. That may be a bit flowery. This is something like this, I accept with his ideas. There the man stopped. Then I asked, what? Starvation? Okay, fine. He was working continuously. He wanted to complete his order. He did not have a helper. He used the best leather. Fine, everything is fine. But starvation, how does he die to starvation? How is that he did not have food? Then that man said, that may be a bit flowery, as the saying is, but I know myself, he was sitting over his boots day and night to the very last. It is not exact, that is a flowery way of saying. Flowery way of means a stylish way of saying. That's how we normally say it. It's a great joy, it's a fashionable way of saying. It does not mean that he died without food. But I have seen him sitting over his boots day and night to the very last. Till he finishes, he wouldn't get up. You see, I used to watch him, never gave himself time to eat, never had a penny in the house. He wouldn't have time to eat. Also, he did not have sufficient money at home. All went in rent and leather. Whatever he got, he spent it on rent and leather. Rent of the house, and he kept buying the best leather. Even when the customers became lesser and lesser and profit came down, still he continued to keep up the quality. He did not want to compromise on quality. No compromising on quality. That was his policy, his idea. Never gave himself time to eat, never had a penny in the house. All went in rent and leather. How he lived so long, I don't know. He regular let his fire go out. He was a character, but he made good boots. Let his fire go out. Let his fire go out means self-extinguishing or killing oneself. Self-extinguishing. Self-extinguishing or killing oneself. I kill myself. That is self-extinguishing. Because of certain ideas of mine, certain routine of mine, I kill myself. Such is my work condition or work principles, I kill myself. That is a self-extinguishing. Extinguish means to put the fire out. So here, let his fire go out means his own fire, that is his life. Fire is life. So he killed himself. He was a character, but he made good boots. So that young man concluded saying, whatever it may be, he really made good boots. Yes, I said he made good boots. I confirmed it saying, yes, he did make, because he himself was the witness to it. He himself was the beneficiary of his boots. And I turned and went out quickly, for I did not want that youth to know that I could hardly see. So immediately I turned and walked off. Why? I didn't want that young man to know that I could hardly see. He could not see. Hardly see means very little. He couldn't see. Why he could not see? Most probably, my eyes must have been filled with tears. The fact that Galsworthy brothers was no more. He supplied him with 4 pairs of wonderful boots just a week ago. And he wanted to say hello to him. And when he came in, he comes to know that he died of starvation. He could not control his emotions. So his eyes would have been filled with tears and he must have been choked with his emotions. He did not want to show it to the young man. So he turned and walked away. That's the end of the story. How do you like it? Marvelous story. Beautiful. What a dedication. No compromising on quality. So you had sufficient input. I had given 2 PDFs at the beginning. Now you can read up your workbook. Some literary aspects are there. Character study and all the other details needed are there in the book, workbook. Please read it up and prepare yourself for the exam. Thank you.